Let's welcome Char Delapena to the STEM Away Summit.
Really excited to be here. Thanks so much for the intro as well. That really just sums me up. I've spent a large portion of my career in the early talent space, just really passionate about students and this audience. And I think just really excited about just bridging the gap and bridging really great opportunities for students and helping them find their passion as well.
Fantastic, Char. In fact, let's kick it off with what are some of the tips and recommendations that you would have, right? You get to see what comes in, what works.
I think the other thing that I would definitely recommend to students is that it's really good to also understand some of those transferable skills, right? I think as companies really start to embrace just this notion of potential over expertise, it's a really great opportunity for students to really showcase some of those skills that might not exactly be the exact specific thing listed on the job description, but what's transferable. The other thing that I would definitely recommend is, I understand that not every student has been through the interview process. And so I'd say two things there. I'd say if you can find either a mentor or another student and do some interview prep.
As we're on Zoom today,
right?
Right. That new space, that comfort, that used to just happen because you're spending time the entire day wrapped with each other. Doesn't happen just the same. With that, though, I don't want to join this conversation so much, but I don't want to monopolize all the time.
I just have a quick question regarding cold outreach. I know that my university's career office recommends it as a first step in terms of meeting recruiters after you submit an application. Yeah. But I was just wondering what you guys' takes are on that and how, if you do support cold outreach, would be the best way to go about it.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm definitely somebody who I support it. But some of the, I'd say, tips that I can provide here is I think it's really helpful for us to understand what role is it that you're interested in within our organization. I can't tell you how many kind of cold outreaches that I get that's just like, hey, Char, can you review my resume? And so it's really tough because I don't know what it is that you're looking for.
And Char, before you leave, the other one that I wanted to just touch base with you, because we are focusing a lot on that, is you mentioned transferable skills. One of the things I'm sure you have faced yourself as a recruiter, but also everybody here, if you are a minority or for any reason you're not feeling confident enough to apply for a job, you see that one skill and you say, okay, I don't have the skill, I'll not apply. But if we were using skill clusters, then it doesn't immediately cut off your talent pool.
Yeah, my question is kind of a follow-up on the alumni outreach. I know that our school has a lot of resources for alumni research. I mean, whether that be like online platforms where you can search people up or attending a lot of like networking fairs. How can we best make use of these situations? I feel like sometimes I'm just overwhelmed by the amount of people that I'm meeting.
Yeah, so I'd say, really understanding and kind of bridging the gap in terms of, are there certain companies that the alum network is already at, right? And I would start there because yes, it could be super overwhelming, especially if somebody has a very extensive alum list. And so you're like staring down the barrel of like thousands of alums, right? So I would probably it's actually a really quick way there's a really quick way to search on LinkedIn for alums and cross-referencing a company that you're interested in.